Hello. We are good to go now.
Hello.
Aji, we are good to go. You can start.
Hello, students. Welcome to the live sessions at SuperProfs. I am Priyanka Srivastava, qualified company secretary, MBA and BBA. I have 3+ years of experience in teaching. I teach cost and management accounting and financial management for CMA intermediate. I teach cost accounting in CMA intermediate as well as for CA inter, and I teach it for CMA final and CA final also. Okay, so moving ahead, I'm going to talk about today students for CMA Intermediate, paper number 10, Cost and Management Accounting and Financial Management. So today what we're going to discuss is the basic introduction of the class, that is what is your syllabus, how we are going to proceed, and what is our approach towards this subject. Also, along with this, we're going to discuss that what is our paper pattern online, which has been changed in December attempt. So we're going to discuss that. And also we're going to discuss that how questions will be going to come and from where the questions can come. So for that, we will refer the offline paper pattern also. And also I'm going to share some tips and tricks in order to get an exemption in the paper, and also some revision strategy that will going to help you in strategizing in order to prepare the subject in a better manner. So let's start with the video. So this is our syllabus structure. Our syllabus is divided into two sections. First is cost and management accounting and other is financial management. So first part is contains 50% of your paper, that is 50 marks, and second part is also for 50 marks. So this subject is actually, some students found this subject very difficult because the two strongest thing, two practical paper are merged into one, that is your costing and financial management. Okay, so I am here for you to basically make this subject easier for you and make it as a favorite subject for you guys, and to score a better marks in this particular subject. So moving ahead, let's see what is there in detail in our syllabus. So in section A, we have cost and management accounting, which comprises of 50 marks of paper, and this consists of 5 chapters. First chapter, we have introduction to cost and management accounting, which is a theory chapter. Then you have chapter number 2, decision making tools, which consist of marginal costing and your transfer pricing. So these main two topics are covered under this. Okay, then third chapter we have budget and budgetary control, and chapter number 4 we have standard costing and variance analysis, and chapter number 5 we have learning curve. So these three chapter, marginal costing, budget and budgetary control, standard costing and variance analysis, is also there in your group 1 in costing, and there also it carries around 30 mark, and here it is equally important. So but if you are taking my classes, if you basically do these three chapters either from here or from costing, if you're giving two groups parallelly, your both the three chapters, all the three chapters will be completed at any one place. Okay, so this is a plus point. And the chapter number 5 we have is learning curve. In coming to section B is financial management, which again consists of 5 chapters. Chapter number 6 is introduction to financial management, which is again a theory chapter. And we have chapter number 7, which is tool for financial analysis and planning, which consists of ratios, cash flow statement, fund flow statement. Chapter number 8 comes working capital management. Chapter 9, cost of capital, capital structure theory, dividend decision, leverage analysis, and last is capital budgeting. Now you have a very vast chapter, you have a syllabus, you have basically huge chapters for costing also and for financial management also, but we are providing you within 75 hours lecture the complete syllabus, so that it will be basically easy for you to cover it in a span of time. It's a good amount basically which you can cover at least in a period of 2 months. You can complete your entire syllabus, and which covers both costing and financial management. And what we cover, we'll discuss here. We have paper pattern of 100 marks, out of which 40 marks theory will going to come and 60 mark practical will going to come. In this 40 marks theory, at least 28 marks theory is mandatory for you guys, okay, and rest will going to come in the optional thing. Okay, so still we need to focus more on theory, because this 28 marks is mandatory thing, very first thing. The second thing is, when it comes in case of optional also, that will going to help you make you in a better position if you have done your theory. Because if you have done your theory, you are securing at least your 40 marks. And when it comes to practical, this is obviously a practical subject. We need to focus more and more on your practical part only, but we need to prepare theory also to be our backup plan, and so that we are in a better position in the examination in order to clear the paper with the flying colors. Okay, now let's see the old paper pattern, offline one. Why we are seeing old paper pattern? To understand that how the question were coming, because we don't have much data about the online one. So let's see what was your offline paper pattern. In that, the paper used to come in two sections, section A and section B. As I've already told you, section A is cost and management accounting. Under that, question number 1 is a mandatory question, which is a complete theory question. Okay, and it consists of 3 parts. MCQ question, that is your objective one, match the following true or false, and this is in 14 mark question, which is a mandatory one. Here you are not going to find any option, and mostly theory is going to come from here. So if you have done theory well, then this question number 1 will hardly take around not more than 15 minutes to solve, and within 15 minutes you will going to score 14 marks. And for 15 minutes is also a huge time. If you know the answer, you can actually solve it in within a 10-minute time. Okay, so this is time saving. This will going to give you for sure 14 marks here. Now coming from question number 2 to question number 5, out of these 4 questions, you need to attempt only 3 questions. Okay, so in these 4 questions, 3 questions comes as a practical, which will be 12 mark each, and 1 question will be of short notes, which consists of 4 parts, A to D, and out of which you have to attempt any 3. So here again theory is optional, but how the theory will going to help you here, please understand. Suppose if you don't know any particular practical question, or it is very tough, or basically if it is so time consuming, if you have less time, or in the situation, in the worst situation, if you're doing any practical and at the end you found that answer is not coming right, you can scratch away, cut it and attempt any other question. But if you try to do that, then it will be so much time consuming. So, and in that case, if you know short notes, you can write it down faster and you can save your time, and it will act as your big backup plan. So that's what I'm explaining, that we need to focus on theory also. How we're going to do this? First, we're going to do the theory chapters differently after completing all the practicals. Then in the practical chapters that you can see, this is your theory chapters and these are your practical chapters. So how we're going to proceed is, first we understand the concept, then we'll read the theory, then we'll understand the theory, and then we'll apply all these theories and questions towards the practical. What will happen with that? Your practical will get ready and your theory will get completed automatically. So you don't need to pressurize yourself towards theory for especially these practical part. And these only 2 chapters is going to be left with you in order to complete the theory. That will become very much easy for you to complete it. Then moving forward, seeing the section number B, financial management. This section comes in the similar manner as we have seen for cost and management accounting. In that also you have question number 6 from A to C. This is a theory question. Again, it's a mandatory question. It consists of 14 marks, and similar kind of question has been asked as we have discussed in question number 1A to question number C. Okay. Then from question number 7 to question number 8, out of these 4 questions, again, you need to attempt any 3, and this will consist of practical plus short notes. Okay. And again, the same concept applies for here. So nothing to worry. Now, moving forward, let's discuss the online paper pattern that was there in the December 2021 attempt. So according to the paper that has come in December 2021 in the online examination, I have made an analysis for you so that I can remove all your doubts with respect to online paper pattern, how to prepare for it, what to expect in the classroom, and what you will going to get and how you will going to prepare for the same. So this slide will going to answer all your questions. So your paper is divided into 4 sections, section A, B, C, and D. This section is not like your section A for cost management, section B for FM. It's not like that. You need to identify from the questions that whether it is coming from cost and management or it is coming from financial management. But the marking or the weightage is same, 50-50 for both the sections. So this paper is divided into 4 sections, which is section A, B, C, and D. Section A consists of MCQ question, which is your objective question, where you will get the 4 options, out of which you need to choose any one option. So you just need to click towards any one option, which is the correct option. So in total, you are going to get the 20 questions for 1 mark each, and total 20 marks will be the weightage of section A. Coming to section B, it consists of fill in the blanks. Okay, so here you just need to write a phrase or a particular word in the blank, in the space provided in the question, and you will going to get 20 questions, 1 mark each, consists of 20 marks. Now these 2 questions are generally theory questions. Basically 90% of the question will come from theory part. So you can see that from the current paper pattern, at least 30 to 40 marks theory will going to come, and this here you will not going to get any option. All the 40 questions are mandatory. So you can see, you can now understand that how theory plays an important role in order to be in a better position. Okay, coming to section C. Section C consists of all the practical questions. So all the sums, all your practical questions that you have in your syllabus will come under online paper pattern. This will consist of 6 questions, 3 from cost and management accountant, 3 from financial management, and out of these 6 you need to attempt any 4, and each question will be for 12 mark each, and there will be 48. Section C will consist of 48 marks. Now how you're going to answer the practical question, whether you need to solve it completely in the system or how we're going to proceed. So don't worry, you don't need to upload anything in the system. What you need to do, a question will come like, suppose prepare balance sheet and P&L. A very simple example I am giving. So you don't need to like prepare it on system. What you need to do is you need to prepare it on your rough sheet on the basis of the data given. How they will going to ask, they will going to give you sub question. So sub question like question number A, sub question that what is the net profit? So you just need to write the amount of net profit. Then B, what is your opening stock of finished goods? So you just need to write the number. Okay, what is your, suppose, cost of goods sold? So you just need to write the figure. So how to reach that figure? For that you need to do calculation. How you're going to do it in a similar manner as we have learned in the class. How you will basically going to present it. You don't need to present it. You need to solve it in your rough sheet. You just need to write the answer in the space provided in the system. So no such writing is involved. If any of the short note kind of question will come, then only a like 1 line, 2 line, 3 line kind of thing only need to be typed. nothing much. Okay, so don't worry about that I will need much more time to basically type in the paper. No such thing is required, so don't worry about that. Okay, coming to section D, it consists of case study. You have one question in that. It has two parts, A and B. A part will come from cost and management, and B part will come from financial management. Okay, and in total section D will consist of 12 marks, so you can expect 6 marks from each of the portion. Okay, and this question is a case based type of question, and again you will be getting sub question in each of them, and you need to upload the answer in a similar manner. Now, how you need to approach, how you need to prepare. Now, if you are doing theory, you need to be extra careful because you need to study from study material, and you need to see that how the answer is given. Basically, each and every line is important in case of theory now, because you can get a question from any line or anything, and there either you need to fill in the blank to the point, and either you need to have a given objective answer, which will again be helpful only if you have read from study material. So my notes will contain all the details from study material. Now coming to section C, practical questions, how to prepare for practical part. Practical part, you need to prepare that same manner as you used to prepare. There is no change with that, because you just need to upload the answers, and you just need to basically prepare in strategy, basically learn all the format. But basically while doing the question in the paper, you don't need to write the entire formats, because no one is going to check that. You just need to upload the right answer. In order to arrive at right answer, you need to follow the correct format, but it is not required to like prepare like these kind of format like in a proper manner. Okay, so you can just escape it and prepare it on your notebook. And the main thing, the main motto that we want is we want a correct answer. Fine. So you need to write learn the formula in the similar manner. You need to prepare the format in the similar manner. Only thing is that you can use some tips and tricks in order to save your time. Okay. Moving forward, from where the questions are coming, for that we need to analyze a little bit our offline paper pattern. So we can see that question number 1 comes mainly from theory, which can come either from introduction to cost and management accounting or any of the practical chapter. Okay, one question you can definitely expect from introduction to cost and management accounting. Others you can get from any of the practical chapter from the cost and management accounting part. Okay, now from question number 2, we're going to come from decision making tool, and it mostly come from marginal costing, and sometimes it may come from transfer pricing. Okay, and question number 3 comes from standard costing and variance. Question number 4 comes from budget and budgetary control. So now you can see these 3 chapters will consist of around 36 marks in paper, but here you can get an option. So it's okay, but still you at least 2 you need to appear from here. And then at last you will be getting short notes that can come from any of the above chapter. So moving forward to section B, which is financial management. Again, question number 6 will be theory question, which will come from chapter number 6 that you have introduction to financial management. Question number 7 will going to come from tools for financial analysis. The question may be come from ratios, cash flow statement, funds flow statement. Okay. Then question number 8 will come from working capital management, cost of capital, capital structure theory, and leverage. Okay. Then question number 9 comes from capital budgeting. So you can see capital budgeting is very important. It's a single topic and you will be getting 12 marks out of it. Okay. And question number 10 deals with short notes, and short notes can come from any of the above chapters. So this will going to help you that all the chapters are important, but now how we need to strategize, we need to understand that. So for that, first of all, what we need to do is we need to complete in full syllabus. How are you going to do it? By taking our classes regularly, because that covers entire syllabus. Then you need to do all the homeworks which is given in the class, and all the questions that we will be practicing in the class, you need to practice on your own, and also revise every lecture you watch within 24 hours of watching it. Okay. After that, please assure that you complete your syllabus at least 2 months before the paper. You need at least 2 months time to basically do the enough revisions required. How many revisions you require? You required at least 3 revisions before the paper. So one revision will take around 1 month and other 2 revision will take another 1 month. So at least 2 months is required to you to basically prepare well. Okay. And along with this, you need to complete the scanner question. So how you're going to study is first watch the lecture, do all the questions from which has been said in the lecture, which has been done in the lecture, then do all the homework which is given in the notes. Then after completing the chapter from notes and lecture, do extra question which is given in study material, which is not given in notes. If it is, then after that, to complete scanner questions. Scanner question, how? Suppose if you are taking marginal costing chapter, watching the lecture, do the marginal costing and transfer pricing lecture, that is decision making tool. Then read read the notes, then read study material, basically for practicing the questions, the practical questions, and then practice the scanner questions for the chapter decision making tools. By doing this, you will prepare 100% decision making tool chapter, and if any question will going to come from that chapter, you will be able to do it. So means your 12 mark will be assured anyhow. So that is how you need to prepare for all the chapters. Okay, now this is the strategy. If you are thinking that we need to study that much, yes, you need to study this much only, because you are in a professional exam. If you just want to clear and you don't, means basically you just want to clear it, you can just refer to the notes. Notes will going to assure at least 60 marks in the paper. But if some students are there who want to score 80 plus, want to get AIR, then you need to study in this manner only. Okay, now how you want to how you will be going to revise. Now for that, again, I'm sharing one strategy for with you. So you need to do 3 revisions. Okay, so for first revision, you were going to do entire complete full syllabus. After that, while doing first revision, you need to prioritize your chapters. So I have made a priority list of chapter wise. Accordingly, you can take the chapters. So first you need to complete the most difficult practical chapters, then some theory chapters, and then those chapters which come for the lesson mark or which comes really in the paper. So let's see what are the chapters that come under category A, which is the most important thing. So in part A, cost and management accounting, decision making tool, that is under that, marginal costing comes in the category A. You will see this question anyhow in the paper. In every year, this question will going to come. Okay, and next is budget and budgetary control, standard costing and variance analysis. There also I have said that these 3 chapters are very, very important. So these 3 chapters will going to give you the most number of marks in the paper. Okay, coming to section B, financial management, under tools for financial analysis, the ratio analysis and cash flow statement are the most important topics. Now, how to do the ratio analysis? First, take the classes, whatever is given in the classes, understand that, practice that. Other than that, take the scanner, analyze what kind of ratios is mostly asked in the examination, practice those more, and also you need to make a quick note copy, a short note copy, in which you need to write all the formulas which are there in your subject. So you need to write a ratio analysis and write all the ratios and formulas there, and keep on revising whenever you have time, so that your ratio analysis is 100% completed. Okay, and mostly those questions will be coming in the paper from ratio analysis, which is coming in the past years. Rarely any new ratio comes in the paper. So analyze your scanner for that. Okay. Then next is working capital management. It is again a very important chapter. A student found it tough, but what you can do is you again need to write all the formulas, learn it, understand it from the lecture, and you can also learn it. And after that, you will see your working capital management will become easy. You just need to understand and remember the format and the formulas which is given there. And this chapter will be on your test. And similarly for cost of capital chapter, capital structure theory, leverage analysis, EBIT, EPS in different points. So this chapter is also consists of lots of formats, formulas. So for that, again, you need to understand the lecture and make the quick notes so that you keep on revising. And coming to capital structure theory, there are different theories, you know, every theory have different assumptions. So you can make a short note for that, that this theory has this assumption and this formula. So when at the end of the chapter, whenever you revise, by just reading those keywords, you will be able to revise the entire capital structure theory. Okay, that's how you need to prepare. Now coming to last chapter, which is again a most important, capital budgeting. In this, out of all the methods, NPV, net present value, and discounted payback period is the most important method out of all. All the methods are important, but these two are the most important. So you need to prepare these well. You can expect a 12-mark question from capital budgeting chapter. Now, when you revise your subject, first take all these chapter, okay, do it well. You will get at least 60% of your paper from these chapters, okay. Now move to category B. After completing category A, then you can do the theory part. Introduction to cost and management accounting, introduction to financial management. Why I've taken it in category B? In spite you are getting question every year from this, is because you will going to forget it, because it is theory. You need to retain it, you need to understand, but you need to retain it, because I have already told you in online paper pattern, you need to write to the point. So you need to gamut sometimes in order to retain it. So it's better to basically start it or complete it at least one month before the exam, not earlier than that. Okay, earlier than that, you can just have an understanding of it, but for the retaining purpose, you need to revise it at least 1 month before the paper, not earlier than that. Otherwise, you will be wasting your time, because this is that you have the tendency to forget it. And at least 1 day before the paper also, you need to revise these two, because you will be actually forgetting it in the paper if you don't revise. Okay, and this category strategy will going to help you in the revision that you will going to do 1 day before the paper. Then the tools for financial analysis, the funds flow statement is also in the category B. It is comparatively lesser important, and actually this comes rarely. But why I'm putting it in category B, because if it comes, it will come for a mandatory 6 to 8 marks. So we can't take risk of 6 to 8 marks. So how you need to do it? Take the lecture in the class, make a format in your copy and note it down, and keep on practice 4 to 5 questions, whatever is given in study mat, and just keep on revising whenever you want to revise from that quick notes, that particular format. And that by doing that, you are done with the fund flow statement chapter. Okay, that is more than sufficient. Coming to category C, which is the last category, this you don't need to escape it, but in the revision thing, you can keep it at the end. That is your transfer pricing chapter, learning curve chapter, and dividend decision. So you get this chapter questions from these chapter rarely, but I don't advise you to escape anything. This is the category C for the revision perspective. Okay. Now with this, I'm ending this lecture right here. And if you have any query, you can basically ask. And for subscribing our classes, you can contact SuperProfs. Thank you.
का एक क्वेश्चन है, ये YouTube पे आया है, हमारे YouTube चैट पे. Question is, I'm just putting in chat. In practical part, can you please explain how the question will be framed? Sorry.
I need to show it, or like I can just explain.
Yes, it suits you better.
Okay. So actually the question will be asked in a manner like, suppose a question says a detail is coming and they said that prepare balance sheet and profit and loss account from the above
And the
details.
question is from Tarun Jain. Sorry.
Okay. So in that case, if such a kind of question come, they will be giving sub questions. Okay, that is after preparing balance sheet that you need to prepare in your worksheet. Okay, in your rough sheet, and the sub question will going to ask that what is the net profit. In front of that, they will going to give you a box where you can write the answer. Suppose your net profit is 1 lakh. So you just need to type here 1 lakh. Okay. So how you will be arriving that net profit? For that, you need to make this working note and prepare your trading and P&L. And this calculation you will be doing in your rough sheet. And this you will be uploading in paper, in online paper. Understood? So that is how the sub question will be asked to a main question, and you just need to write the figures. I hope the query is clear.
Thank you, Priyanka. Tarun, I hope your query is now resolved. So this is it. Now we are closing this session for today, and we'll continue again tomorrow at the very same time, 6 p.m. onwards. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.